Are you tired of getting dip flu? Are you tired of wearing a mask when you have to dip with your dip liquids? And you want to learn about gels? What's up, nail crew? It's Nicole, your fellow nail obsessed DIYer, and today we are doing start to finish dip powder nails using only gels, okay? For anybody who can't use dip liquids because you get the dreaded dip flu, which if you don't know what dip flu is, it's when you get like congested, stuffy nose. What I'm using today is this gorgeous powder from Dipp'd dip powder, and it's called Below Zero. I have had it for a couple years and it has been like staring at me saying, why aren't you using me? I'm perfect for winter. And I finally got to use it, and I'm trying the double dipped Hema free gels. First of all, I think this is the second time I've used them, but I've never used them for a full mani like this, and I absolutely love them. So I'm going to jump right in and explain to you guys what all you have to do and how easy it is to do a mani with just gels and dip powder. You're going to need a UV LED light that should be at least 48 watts. You want to make sure that your dips and your gels are able to fully cure, and anything less than that, this is what I was told by a nail tech, anything less than that does not allow for your gel to fully cure, which anytime you're using gels, you want it to be fully cured, because if it's not fully cured, it can lead to gel allergies, which we all definitely don't want because we want to be able to use our beautiful gels. I have builder gel on my nails, and I also have a layer of peel base. So I don't need to build an apex or anything like that because I already have my apex built in from my builder gel. And I didn't put any of my prep in this mani since I have other videos where I show like my prep that I do, and I can make sure I link that in the description. What's really important when you're doing gel dip powder manis is you always want to make sure first that you do your nail prep, which means you remove all your invisible cuticles, you buff the shine off your nails, and then you dehydrate them and use either a primer or a bond. I didn't have to do that on this mani because I have builder gel on and I use peel base, so my dehydrator and primer are under my builder gel. So those are two things that you definitely want to make sure you do before you apply. If you're applying dip powder straight on your nails, because those are super important. A primer or a bond is what helps the gel polish adhere to your natural nails. Whenever you're doing a dip mani with gels, you either want to pour over your color or you want to lay your nail flat. You never want to like shove your finger and dip it into the powder. You would get like weird clumps on your nails because the gel isn't set until you've put it into the UV LED lamp. And unlike, when you're using dip liquids, it starts to harden right away. Gel polish will stay uncured until you actually fully cure it. So you have to not just like flash cure, partially cure, you have to fully cure it. Make sure before you apply your gel base to your nail that you've wiped off a majority of it on the inside of the bottle, and you always want to apply that gel base thin before pouring the powder over it to make sure that the powders can fully cure over top of the gel base. I decided to lay my nail into it because I knew that the application would just be so nice with that. Whenever I'm doing solids or shimmers, I pour those over, actually for both dip liquids and gel liquids. And whenever I'm doing any kind of glitter, I always make sure I lay my nail flat. So one thing that's super important that I like to do, whether I'm using gel polish to dip or dip liquid, I always like to push my cuticles back before I start applying the gel. The nice thing about using gels to dip too is that you have so much time, okay? If you are somebody who struggles with, the dip liquids moving too fast and drying too fast, you have all the time in the world. I mean, like I wouldn't leave uncured gel on your hands for like 20 minutes, but you have more than enough time to clean up your cuticles. I like to initially go around my cuticles after I've laid my nail flat, like with this fine glitter here. I laid my nail flat, then I took a little, just any kind of like pointy nail tool or a toothpick. These are just like little stabby sticks that I use. I go around first with that. You can take either acetone or isopropyl alcohol on an angled eyeshadow brush or like a nail cleanup brush, and you can go around your skin to make sure that there is absolutely no product on your nails before you cure them. One thing that I didn't show in the video here because I didn't have my lamp sitting like in the view of the camera is I like to flash cure each of my nails 5 seconds before moving to the next nail when I'm dipping with gels. Everybody doesn't do this, I know that, but I am somebody who's super messy, and I just feel like I'm way less likely to mess up one nail when I'm moving to the next nail. Like I literally just pop it under my lamp for 5 seconds, and then when I'm done, I fully cure all 4 nails together, and then I cure my thumbs alone. The double dip gel liquids are gorgeously thin. They're like literally the perfect consistency for me. I like when they're not thick and they're not thin. They're just like this medium, but on the thinner side. I know this was one of the fastest manis I've done in so long. It went on so easily. Like I will be using my double dip gels so much more now that I know how much I love them. I'm so excited. And yes, my thumbnail is a lot shorter than the rest of my nails. I accidentally overfiled it and I couldn't find any of my paper forms to extend my nail the other week, and I was just like, forget it. I'm just going to have one nail be shorter than the others. It's fine. Something else that's really important when you're doing gel polish dip powder, when you're doing gel method dip manis, is you do not want to use clear dip powder. Clear dip powder does not mix with gel base. Gel base will make your clear dip powder look cloudy. Even the clearest of clears, it doesn't make it, like it picks up the particles. It's not like dip liquids. So what you want to do to encapsulate your glitters is you just add a layer, 1 to 2 layers of gel base, obviously curing in between each layer of gel base. Some people like to do 1 layer of gel base, then 1 layer and cure, and then 1 layer of gel top. Then you can file and shape, do your buffing. So you're using gel base or gel base and gel top to do your encapsulating instead of clear dip powder. I did not know this when I first started dipping, 3 years ago when I tried gels, and I put clear over it with gels and could not figure out literally why they were so cloudy. And then I eventually found out a little bit later that is what was wrong. So after you've put your gel base and potentially gel top, like if you have a really thick chunky glitter and you really want to make sure it's very well encapsulated, you wipe off the tacky layer with some isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free wipe. Then you can do all your filing, your buffing, your shaping. This fine glitter went on so beautifully, and the double dipped gels were so nice that I didn't have to buff the top at all. It literally was so nice and flat. It didn't require any buffing. So I just went around the sides of my nails, fixed up my shaping a little bit, and then took an e-file and then just, kind of like I call it crisping up my cuticles. I crisped my cuticles up a little bit, just basically like made sure they're nice and rounded. And then I go and I wipe my nails off again with isopropyl alcohol. Then I'll take a layer of gel base and apply it over all my nails, fully cure that, and gel top and apply it over my nails and fully cure that. Some of the things that you really want to make sure you're doing when you're dipping with gels, you want to make sure when you're doing your last set of gel base and gel top, you want to cap your edges with both the gel base and the gel top. What that does is that keeps your gels from lifting. If you're somebody who likes to keep your manis on for a long time, you absolutely want to cap the edges of both the gel base and the gel top. If you're somebody who uses peel base and you're going to change your manis like maybe every 4 to 6 days, I typically just cap mine with the gel top coat. If I want to keep my mani on for a couple weeks, then I'll cap with both the gel base and the gel top. So that depends on what exactly you're going to do with it. Now, I highly recommend making sure that you use gel base under your gel top. If you don't, you will get peeling. Anytime I don't use gel base under my gel top coat will peel off. And after I did all that hard work on my nails and have it looking so nice, I definitely don't want my gel top coat to peel off. So I always make sure I use gel base under my gel top. I know some people can get away without using it, but for me, it just does not work. My nails will peel right off. Or my gel, not my nails. Oh my gosh, my gel top coat will peel right off. Let me know in the comments if you have ever dipped with gels, or if you are a diehard dip liquids fan, you will never use gels. I want to know. Now, if you're a huge dip liquids fan, check out this next tutorial and I will talk all about how you use dip liquids to dip. Thanks so much for joining me today.